and then I seized the instant to escape. I swiftly jumped out the window and raced down the road, half expecting him to change his mind and follow me. I pushed my legs to the limit, sprinting as fast as I could endure, never daring to look back. Reese's POV. I watched her run away into the night and wondered if I'd just made a mistake. Reese. Where is she? Valentino took off his mask and I noticed his worried phrase. She ran away. All four guys were in sync. What? Don't worry, she won't tell. Are you sure? Dennis finally found the courage to ask. Dennis, my friend, I leaned a hand over his shoulder, don't question me. I turned to the boys and smiled. Gentlemen, our work here is done. We've accomplished what we came here to do, now let's celebrate and get drunk. My friends seemed to loosen up a little and we made our way to Valentino's four-wheel drive. When we were well away from the school, I asked the guys a question I'd been keen on knowing the answer to all night. So, who's got the girl's notebook? More like who does it belong to? Right here, Reese. Jaden handed me a little gold, floral diary from the back seat. I opened it up to the first page and felt another smirk play on my lips. Finally, a name to our mystery girl. Chloe. Chloe Armel. Chapter 2. If I thought last night's encounter with 5 teenage guys was the scariest experience of my life, I was soon to be proven wrong. Prescott Private College is for those with fervor, intelligence, and a bright future. Our headmaster began. We do not tolerate impertinent behavior and severe consequences will apply for those involved with last night's incident. My many years of experience have taught me to discern the acts of vandalism of school property by a student than those from a stranger. Taking that in mind, every single student will be questioned. I encourage pupils who are retaining information to notify me as soon as possible. Reckless manners are not part of what Prescott Private abides. Expulsion applies to those responsible. Questioning begins tomorrow morning, and unless we are provided with a medical certificate for your absence, you too will no longer be a part of Prescott Private College. Yup. Definitely scarier. No one uttered a word. Not even a tiny whisper to the person sitting beside you. Our headmaster had managed to create the most intimidating atmosphere. It seemed like everyone was finding it hard to breathe. Or maybe it was just me. My heart was hammering so hard, I was convinced our headmaster could hear it. I couldn't even look directly into her eyes as she spoke in case she noticed I was hiding something. Which brought me to my question. Was I going to speak up? What would I say? I got locked inside school and saw it happen. Sorry, I can't tell you who they were. They had their masquerade-looking masks on. Oh wait, big clue, the main leader was a hot guy with a Spanish accent. Yeah, no. Prescott Private School meant the world to me. I met the amazing people I call my friends, the teachers love me, I'm involved in the school's activities, it supports my academic achievements. Prescott is my pathway to my bright future. I won't risk that. I licked the spoon of my passion fruit flavored yogurt and enjoyed the mini tanning session with Gabby and Charlie. Damn you guys. Life is so unfair, Allie whined. You can all stay in the sun for hours and get a sexy tan, but me? Oh no, 3 minutes and I become a frickin' tomato. We tried to hold back our laughter, knowing she'd probably hit us or something. Then again, Ali continued. None of you are wearing sunscreen, skin cancer in progress. The three of us quickly sat up to seek refuge under the shade. Ali, Charlie, and Gabby started arguing that the chances of getting vitamin D was more than the possibility of getting skin cancer. It was actually funny to watch. Charlie kept examining his skin every 2 minutes. What a paranoid little boy. And then I froze. It was them. All 5 guys from last night just walked around the corner of the back of the school. It was so easy to recognize them. So easy to recognize him. Chloe, are you okay? Gabby, who's the guy in the gray shirt down by the soccer courts? Gabby followed my gaze and so did Ali and Charlie. Oh, him. As if you don't know. That's Reese Carter, she winked. What do you mean, as if I don't know? Nothing, it's just that everyone kind of knows him, mostly because he and his friends are always up to trouble. He's gorgeous, isn't he? You have a boyfriend, Ali stated, but I agree, he's hot. I ignored them. How come I've never seen him around? Well, he's a year above us, so are his friends. Hell, Gabby knew everybody. What else do you know about him? I tried to keep my voice casual but I failed. Someone's acting like a creepy stalker. Ali muttered. I hit her. He's respected, Gabby said suddenly. Everyone likes him but he doesn't really pay that much attention to anyone but his group of friends. I've never seen him with a girl before. I don't think he dates. Gabby's voice sounded a little disappointed at that. I felt a spark of jealousy inside me. What the hell was that? I guess he's just too busy driving the teachers insane, Gabby continued, snapping me out of my thoughts. I don't know how he gets away with it or how he still manages to be at this school. Reese and his friends are always in detention. Seriously, they have their seats reserved just for themselves. Rich parents. Chloe, everyone here has rich parents. I glanced over at the guys again. And the rest. Okay, well, you see that hunky guy next to Reese? That's Valentino. He's Reese's best friend. Total hottie and party animal. The guy sitting down, the one with dark blonde hair, that's Dennis. He's sweet and cute. And then there are the twins, Jake and Jaden. Double trouble. Basically, you never see the 5 of them apart. They do things their own way. If there's a problem, it's probably because Reese and his friends caused it. They're the bad boys of Prescott Private. The bell rung and everyone slowly made their way to their next class. I got to my locker and unlocked it. And then I just stood there, gazing into my locker because I didn't know what class I had next. My diary, I needed my diary. Can't be math or chemistry, can't be English either. I had that yesterday. Oh wait, no, maybe I did have it today too? Yes, I had English. Okay, now which room am I supposed to go to? After walking around the whole school and finally finding the right room, I opened the door and saw a substitute teacher. Mississippi Armel, you're late. Thank you, Captain Obvious. The room went quiet. I realized I had just said that out loud. Oh shit. Again, My class was quiet. I realized I had just sworn out loud. "Pardon me, Mississippi Armel." Sorry Mississippi, I'm just really tired, and I wasn't thinking, and... Detention room. Now. What? Excuse me? What? Why? Mississippi, please. You come late to class and show disrespect. Detention room, now go, unless you would like your headmaster to escort you there. Bitch. This time, I didn't say it out loud. In all my 17 years of life, I have never, ever, gone to detention. I can just imagine how this will affect my future. A lady wearing formal business clothes has a warm smile as she says, "Congratulations Mississippi Armel, you have been accepted to medical school. Our records show you have the potential, intellect and discipline. You are exactly what we have been looking for." Then bam! The evil substitute teacher appears out of nowhere and smirks as she says, "Oh, but did you know she has had detention before?" The lady looks at me with disgust. Is this true? Sweat begins to trickle down my neck. I can explain. She gasps, "I take back everything, you're not what we're looking for." Then bam! She's gone, and all I see is that retarded substitute doing one of those evil laughs, you know, the ones that go, mmwwwahahahahahahahah. I look at her, "Shut up you stupid cow." I shook my head. Wow, I had really gone out of it for a moment. I glanced up and observed the sign on the door in front of me. Detention. This is it, Chloe. I turned the handle and went in. The first thing I noticed was the teacher, who was sound asleep. And then I gazed at Reese Carter along with Valentino, Dennis, Jake, and Jaden. HEYYYYBEEEBBBS. Okay, I did this at like 12:23 a.m. to 4:47 a.m. I hate coffee, so Kit Kats and milk are the only things keeping me awake. I actually have lots of ideas for this, so please don't give up on this story. Anyway, I'm starting to fall asleep. SHBVC0KW74 FU7FE, that was my masterpiece once my head hit the keyboard. Quote me, you know I love it. What do you guys think of this story so far? Chapter 3. Well, this is awkward. The guys stopped talking and stared at me. Like, really staring at me. I actually began considering waking up the teacher. On his desk were a pile of detention sheets. I grabbed one and sat in one of the seats. All 5 boys sat at the back of the classroom in a row. Now I realized what Gabby meant when she said they had their seats reserved. No one else came to detention. Well, if it isn't the little French girl, I recognized him straight away, Valentino. What brings you to our ecstatic paradise? It took me a moment to realize he was waiting for an answer. I was, late to class. After a moment's silence, all 5 guys exchanged glances and erupted in laughter. I just sat there, in my seat, feeling a little humiliated at how pathetic my answer came out. I should have said I swore at the teacher or something. Valentino wiped a tear from his eye and chuckled, "You're cute, Chloe, really cute." Damn it. They knew my name. It wouldn't have anything to do with not having your diary, would it? One of the twins smirked. And then it hit me, they must have my diary. No wonder they knew my name. May I please have it back? Just when I thought she couldn't get any cuter, she says please. I glared at Valentino until he put his hands up in defeat. Stop ignoring the question. Can I have my diary back? No please this time little C. I glared at him again. What? Don't look at me like that, I don't have it. I looked at the twins. They both shook their heads. I looked at Dennis. He gave me a sweet smile. Sorry Chloe, I don't have it. Finally, I looked at Reese. Sexy, hot, dangerous, bad boy Reese. He was leaning back in his seat and had his strong, muscular arms at the back of his head. Again, I was rapt by his eyes. God, they were amazing. His brown hair looked so soft, I resisted the urge to touch it because that would be really creepy at a time like this. You have my diary. Statement, not a question, but I got my answer anyway. He smirked. I never thought I would say this, but detention was fun. The guys are so amusing and to watch. I totally forgot about my detention sheet I had to fill. Explain in detail, ways you can improve your behavior. Must be at least 500 words. Don't worry about them, he won't care. Valentino turned his head towards the teacher who was still sleeping. Talk about disciplining the students. Does he always take a nap? He just became a daddy. So there's a lot of screaming at night, and not the good kind, if you know what I mean. He wriggled his eyebrows. I rolled my eyes. You're such a guy. Why, thank you little C. We walked a little further down the corridors, and a thought popped in my head. How come none of you have asked me whether or not I'll report you tomorrow when they question me? Because we know you won't. I stopped in my tracks. What? Actually, Reese knows you won't, the others aren't too sure. And you? Do you think I'll tell anyone? Valentino laughed. Nah, I reckon you love us all too much to see us expelled, he said as he messed up my hair. I slapped his arm away, but it was too late. My hair looked caveman-like. I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. I flipped it open and read my new message.